Mhm.
Hi everyone. I hope you can hear me. So today we have Saptarshi. Okay. Actually, Saptarshi is one popular thing. So
Yeah.
yeah. So your name is Saptarshi. Saptarshi. So today we have Saptarshi with us, who has secured All India rank 21 in Gate DA and All India rank 381 in Gate CSE, and he is our complete course enrolled student. So you have enrolled in combo course, or you have enrolled only in DA or CSE, one of the course?
No, I enrolled in the combo course, CS plus DA.
Okay, great. So, firstly, congratulations on securing top rank in Gate DA as well as like one of the very good rank in Gate CSE. So it's like great feat that you have achieved. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. So, which rank you think you will be using? You will be using your Gate DA rank or Gate CSE rank to get the admission?
I think this time DA is better, so I might try with that. But the CS
Okay.
one is more like wide, like I can try more opportunities I will get with CS. So
Okay. Okay. So let's start the discussion. So can you please, briefly introduce yourself, like how many marks you have gotten in both the examinations, and you are currently in fourth year, or like you passed out, or like what is your BTech college name and so on.
so I am a student of Jadavpur University. I am in my final year, and in
Okay.
GATE DA I secured 73.67 marks, and the score was 920. And in GATE CS, I got 65 marks, normalized. No, it was actually 65 in the set one. It was normalized to 68 point something, I don't remember. And the GATE score in that was 796.
Okay. In DA it is 900. How much? Like I missed it.
920.
In DA, 920.
920.
Okay. 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 So you are currently in your fourth year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so let's start with your journey, how you prepare for GATE, and how you start the preparation, and how you came to know about the Go classes. So can you tell everything about this GATE preparation that you faced during your last 1 year, or maybe more than 1 year?
So this is my second attempt for GATE. So last year also I appeared for GATE. At that time, I did not prepare that much for the CS part. So I got a rank of 1000 something. But last year also after CS, we had 1 week gap and then we had the DA. So before in that interval, I found your channel Go Classes, and at that
Okay.
time I started learning the linear algebra from your channel and probability. That time I did not have any subscription; it was only the free lectures.
Okay.
So from that only I got pretty much a very good idea of the topics, and then I also learned about the artificial intelligence, the basic search techniques, and those things. And then in that week itself, I learned a lot of things, and in the gate DA, that proved to be very useful, and I got a decent rank, I think 140,
Okay. Okay.
and
Last year you got 140 rank.
yeah, 141 rank in the DA.
Okay.
So after giving the gate DA, I was like, I had only one thought in mind, that why hadn't I found the channel a bit sooner so that I could have
Mhm.
studied for the CS part.
Yes.
So then I found that with my rank, I could get scholarship for the course. So then I purchased the course for Go classes, the entire course I took. And then for the semesters also, I had in mind that I will prepare with Go classes lectures, because uh, in these lectures, I saw one thing common in all the courses, that you start from the very basics. You and Deepak sir both. So you start from the very basics and you take it to the very advanced level, like beyond gate. So after doing the problems that you solve in the sessions, the gate questions are like, you think these are not anything, that kind. So that was a
Like
very good
cakewalk.
feeling while solving the gate papers after doing your lectures. So For the semester exams for my sixth semester last year, I studied the compiler design and then the artificial intelligence, both from your courses. I
Okay.
think I did not complete the courses, but I took looked at most of the lectures and whatever I felt was necessary for the exams. So that part I learned. And even before the gate this year, I just revised them and that was enough. But again, I had a lot of other things going, so I could not complete all the courses. Like computer architecture, I am thinking I might take the uh, your course another time and learn those. So computer organization architecture and mathematics also, discrete mathematics I haven't completed. So I am thinking that I might complete it this year. And yeah, and other lectures, yeah, DBMS, I started seeing at that time also, like before the Gate DA last year. And this year I almost completed the DBMS part, so that this year in the DBMS, I think I got 80% marks in total. It was like 15 or 20 marks. I got 80% of that right this year in DA. So the courses were really helpful. Like it basically strengthens your concept so much that you basically start falling in love with the subjects. And
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, that's more or less how I prepared. And overall, I did not make such structured notes, or like I did not have any structured planning because I was also in the midst of other things. Like I was giving hackathons and then participating in hackathons and coding competitions. So actually, I got a bit more inclined towards that in fourth year. I also started doing DSA and competitive programming in that time. So I was not able to give too much time in the competitive programming, like in the gate preparation. So in the time that I could manage, I tried to complete some of the courses from your Go classes, that combo course. And yeah, other thing is that this was very good in my preparation, that the subjects that I could not cover, like I could not watch the lectures. What I did was I would go to a website where there is the questions of all questions asked in GATE for that subject in the descending order of date. So I would start with 2025 and go backwards and do 40-50 questions from there. And the topic that I could not understand, then I would come back to the lectures that you have taught, and from that I would yeah, polish my concepts and then again go to the question solving. So I think people who are not able to dedicate a lot of time to the gate preparation can do it like this, that you can just start solving the questions of a particular subject or topic, and then if you get stuck in a certain type of question that is repeating over the years, then you can go back to the lectures and watch and get it done. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, okay. So, you see, you have prepared. You got this top rank with your fourth year. So,
Yeah.
in the third year also you attempted and you got 140 rank, right? So
Yeah.
you might be having the dilemma, like since you are prepared with the college, you might be having the dilemma like whether I should be going for the things like hackathon or other things that
Yeah.
other your friends are doing, or you should be going for the gate. So how you dealt with the dilemma and how you kept yourself to confine to the gate?
So I got a bit carried away from time to time with competitive programming and DSA part. And I also had a few projects, like the fourth year I have a major project. So that also I had to do work.
Okay.
So whenever I found free time, then I would prepare for the start seeing some lectures or doing. I actually do some questions only, because watching the lectures and doing the entire course would get a bit monotonous. So I would try to solve some questions, and when I got stuck, I would come to the lectures. So that way, it got a little bit more interesting than completing the course and then solving questions. So
Got it.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you're saying something?
No, no.
Okay, okay. Great. So, in your college, what is the environment of GATE? Like, how many people prepare for GATE? Like, do you know about it?
So last year, Gate CS, I think quite a few, like 20, 30 people appeared from my computer
Jadavpur
science
University.
batch. Yeah. From
Okay.
computer science, there are 70, 80 students. So among them, 20, 30 went for Gate. This year, I think it would be a bit more, maybe 40 or something. Yeah. And DA also this year, the count was more. 10, 15 people gave Gate DA, I think.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Great.
And
Uh,
again,
hmm.
after the Gate D result last year, people would ask me, how should we prepare? So I would suggest them that go to the Go classes lectures and watch from the YouTube, and you might even take a subscription because it is totally worth it. You will see the results in the when you get the score.
Sorry. Some like, can you repeat the last line? What did you
Yeah,
say?
so I would recommend Go classes to everyone who would ask me how I prepared, because
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I told them that if you try to prepare from other websites, they would not be enough. They would try to teach the basics or give shortcuts, that kind of way. But in the JE also, I had some teachers that would go from the very basics, and you don't have to mug up or you don't have to remember
Hmm.
anything. You can derive everything. That kind of teachers I had. So I think Go class is more like that kind. Like they don't try to make you learn everything. They try to make you understand and you can figure out everything.
Great. Yes, that is what we always try to do it. Whatever the subject, whatever the concept is, we always go from the scratch, as you are saying, and we
Yeah.
don't. Basically, we tell the process. I mean, we tell the whole process, and then you get to understand that instead of just remembering the steps, you get to understand the whole
Yes,
process.
yes.
Okay, why it is happening and why you should be doing that. Like for example,
Mm.
there are many topics you like. Have you watched machine learning lectures from Go classes?
No, not
Some
that much. A little
Okay,
bit I watched.
okay, okay. Any topic you remember that you have watched?
Yeah, compiler design, Deepak sir, like I was very scared of the parsing techniques. Like
Yes,
I could not figure out anything when I was learning from the college or the notes. Then I watched the Go classes lectures, and after that it was so easy that even in the semester exam it took like 3 to 4 minutes to draw the entire parsing table for one thing. So
yes. So in the parsing, like Deepak sir has also told ki what does this DFA doing? I mean, not just making a
yeah,
DFA, but what
yes,
does this DFA?
exactly, yeah,
That is very important. Yes.
yeah,
And I think this is missing in most of the aspirant about the compilers and parsing. I would say they know
yeah.
how to draw the DFA, but what it is actually doing, they do not know.
Yeah, I was also like that before I started learning. And then I was like, this is like, you understand the whole logic behind it.
Yes, yes, yes. This is meaningful. Basically, other than the like vague concept, it is actually making some meaning, like how to parse using this DFA and all. Like, matlab,
Yeah,
those kind of insights you get.
yeah.
Okay, okay, got it. So, during your preparation, you must be having basically ups and downs. Like sometimes it might be the case that you might be thinking, "Okay, yeah, okay, let's just leave Gate and let's just do some
Yeah.
hackathon or some other competitive coding or your project, fourth year project or something like that." So this kind of thoughts might be coming. So how you dealt with those kind of thoughts?
So I actually never pressurized myself into giving it. I tried to uh, enjoy the journey of learning all the concepts, because it is basically all the core concepts of computer science itself. So the more I learn about my subject, the more I will be fluent in it, and I'll be able to understand the entire, I'll be able to grasp the entire course. Like, I'm in computer science engineering, so
Oh,
even in any semester exam or any interview or anything like that, if I have a good grasp of all the fundamental subjects, then I would be able to uh, do good in that. So I just tried to learn as much as I could, and even in the DA, it was mostly mathematical. So
yes.
I used to be very good in mathematics in my school days, and then it fell off during JE. So I tried to revive that, and because the mathematical thinking, analytical thinking helps you overall in anything that you do. So I tried to more or less enjoy. as much as I could.
Yes, so basically you have, I can say you have lived through the journey, not just,
Yeah,
no, not just pass through the journey. You just
yeah,
lived that journey.
yeah.
That's great.
And also, my parents also never forced me or told me that you have to appear. So I had a free mind.
Hmm. Okay, okay, awesome. That's really great. And good to know that you enjoyed the journey, not just, not just it was not a boring journey for you.
No.
Okay, not at all. Great. So, during your preparation, there might be, some questions or some lecture of Go classes that you might have felt here. Today, like it was very interesting lecture. So, any particular day or any particular topic you remember?
One of the thing was in linear algebra when you started and you described I think it was the dependence of vectors, linear independence. That topic, it was a very interesting. Like I used to get very confused when we were taught at college, and I gave the semester exam also earlier than that. Then after I learned from you the linear algebra, linear independence, dependence, that part, it was very clear how you categorize and how you understand whether it is dependent or not. So that
Got
part.
it. Great, great. Yeah, I'm sure there must be many other moments, and it was just one
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
moment. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So, you were doing so many things, like you were doing gate, you were doing hackathon, you were doing your project, and maybe some other things also, like competitive coding also. So, I'm really wondering, like, how you managed all of these things. And I'm sure that you must have done good in other things also. Like you have done great in gate. But okay, first, can you tell me like how good you did other things like hackathon or competitive coding or your project?
Hackathons were a bit less successful. In my college fests, I did more or less good, but
Okay.
outside that, I was not able to do that well, like case competitions and those things. I think I got to one final in Mumbai or something, but I could not go there. Other than
No,
that,
no, I'm not talking about the final result. I'm talking about the process. Matlab, in the journey, like you must have given the enough time to all of this.
yeah, hackathons. We had a team of 3 to 4, so we would divide our times. Like one would give a time to one hackathon, another would give a time, as we
Okay,
would
okay,
manage together. And in the competitive programming, I got very interested after I had an internship last year in the summer. So
okay.
after coming back from the internship, I got very interested in the competitive programming. I hope I wish that I had gotten to know about it sooner, because after I started, then I knew that this is interesting. Earlier, I used to think, why do you even do competitive programming? That kind of thing. So, yeah, I gave a lot of time to competitive programming last year towards the September, October. Especially because if you know about it, there is an event ICPC
Yes, yes.
for college students.
Right.
So this would be my last try. So I went for it, but it turned out to be a disappointment. But I got to learn a lot in the process. And
Definitely.
even in the this year towards the beginning, in the January beginning, I uh, continued the competitive programming. And in the code forces, if you know, then there I became expert last year only. Then now I am trying to reach the next level candidate master, but I don't know. Yeah, so I enjoyed the processor very much. And also I benefited from the maths that I learned from Go classes there, because the mathematical thinking is applied there also, especially probability, linear algebra, these things. And even if not directly, you can, like, the
Yes.
thinking helps a lot in competitive.
Right, right. The analytical thinking that you develop
Yeah,
definitely help. Yes.
yeah. It helps to give you the intuition behind the problems.
Right.
And then, yeah, this year I also appeared for an IICPC that started last year. So I reached regionals this year, but I could not go to the finals. But that was a very nice journey and experience for.
Great. So, Saptarshi, like I would I would ask you. a very faltu question, which is like how many hours you sleep, because because you are doing so many things.
No.
You are able to manage so many things. So what was your daily routine like? Was it fixed, or like you it was changing? Probably it was changing, but how many hours you used to sleep and how many hours you used to study? Can you divide into that?
So actually, if you come to know, then you would say that this is not possible. But
No,
I
no, please tell the
I
truth only.
I did not study that much as you would think. I actually studied in short bursts. Like I studied maybe when I was coding dedicatedly, then I would do coding for like 6 hours a day maybe. And if there was a contest in the evening, then I would give it 2 hours because the contest 2 3 hours it is. Other than that, I would relax more or less. I also go to gym or I play football, and also then I would go to sleep around 2 3 o'clock mostly. Sometimes it would be earlier, sometimes later, but more or less it was 2 3 o'clock. And then I would sleep. The sleep I cannot sacrifice actually. 7 8 hours of sleep is mandatory. If
Yes.
I don't sleep for one day, then the brain starts to slow down a bit.
Great. So 7 8 hours you used to sleep, and remaining time you used to efficiently do the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, the next question: are you on the social media? Like, do you use social media,
Yeah.
Instagram, and these things?
Yes, Instagram has taken up a lot of my time actually.
Okay.
From time to time, like maybe 1 or 2 hour a day, or even more if I am a bit more stressed then. But
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
trying to get off the Instagram reels recently.
Right. 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 Yes, it happens with everyone, and we all are trying to get escape from that. But I think they have captured us so much that it is very hard to get escape from from Instagram, especially.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, other than that, I also used to watch. There is a series called The Rookie, so that is still my favorite series actually.
wow,
I
the
have
rookie.
one episode to yet watch. It is like coming out this year only, one by one. So I have watched all the episodes of that also one by one.
Okay, okay. The rookie.
Yeah,
Okay, it is on Netflix.
yeah,
Okay. Okay. So, coming to the preparation again, can you tell me that how you made the notes? Like, have you made the notes, or you were just relied on the annotated notes, or like what was the situation?
so I did not, I wrote some of the notes, but it was not that organized. Like in compiler design, I had studied from my professor in college also. So
Oh,
whichever part I was not clear about, those parts I took notes. From every
okay,
topic I did like this. Digital logic also I did. Then artificial intelligence. That in that actually the beta alpha pruning was very interesting how it was taught. So yeah, more or less most of the topics I did like that. Ki when I thought this topic needs to be written down, then I
um,
wrote it down. Otherwise, I kept it in my mind.
got it. Uh, Understood it. So, apart from the notes, like if I ask you about the revision, how
Yeah.
you used to, yeah, revise?
So in between, I think only if I had any class test or semester exam, then I would read the subject. Otherwise, I would revise through practicing questions. I would go to the gate questions. I think I have done many times like the same questions. Digital logic, I think I have solved the first 40 questions maybe 3 to 4 times. So I would solve the questions, then I would go to the theory and look at that. And then there also I would find other problems that you have solved that is more difficult than gate. So I would solve those also, that would boost it up.
Okay, okay, got it. I think your video got freeze.
One sec.
Yeah, yeah. Now, hello. Sap, Saptarshi, can you hear me? Okay, okay, now it is
Hello.
fine. Yeah, yeah. Got to understand that. So basically, there are like many aspirants who might not be knowing anything about the Gate DA and neither about the Gate CSE, and
Hmm.
they're also in the similar situation. Like they are in the dilemma, like whether to do the hackathon or like college placements things, or
Yeah.
to do focus on the Gate. So what do you suggest them? Like how to come up with the dilemma? So I think his internet is bit down. He might be joining. Just give a minute. Okay. So while he is coming, let me just add a few of the things. So he has done the phenomenal job, and he has secured All India rank 21 in Gate DA, and also All India rank 381 in Gate CSE, which is a great feat. I think this is very unique and rare combination. And the best part is that he has also done the competitive coding. He has also done the hackathons and many other things that he has done. So there is a lot to learn from him. And yes, so I think he's back. So let's just see that what he is about to say about the question that I asked previously. So my question is that how to come up with the dilemma to do the college placement versus gate and these many things there in the college that happens. So how to come up with the dilemma?
So I think what you can do, me personally, I tried to not organize it that much because when I try to organize, it becomes kind of pressure on me. So I try to give time to everything like more or less equally. Like maybe one day you are doing coding, then
Hmm.
2 3 days I did the coding DSA part. Then after that I start to feel a little bored of the coding because every day you're doing the same thing. When I get a bit bored, then I try to change and do something else. And that time I just keep in mind what the things are that I have to give time to. For
Hmm.
example, if I categorize it as DSA, then contests, then gate, then semester study, and these kind of thing, if I give points, then I just try to keep a priority. So when I start with DSSA, then I study for 2 3 days the DSA. Then after that, if I feel a little bored, I go to the next priority on the list. That kind of thing I do. I try to not think about how much time I have given it or that kind of thing because it creates a kind of pressure that I have to give time to this also, that also.
Got it. Okay, okay. So basically, you can say that your preparation. What I understood from your preparation is that it was a consistent thing. Like you did all the things.
Yeah.
I mean, you like. I'm just guessing that you were aware about your career from the very beginning. Maybe from the first year. Like you were determined to do things. Not in a very serious way,
Yeah.
but you were little aware. Like okay, you will do something in the
Actually,
college.
first year I was a little not non-serious. From the
Okay.
second year I started studying. First year the GPA also went down a little bit because I was unsure about what I'm going to do. The
Okay,
second year
okay.
onwards I tried to keep in mind what I have to do, like more or less.
Got it, got it, got it. So, from the second year you started, and you were, you like what I understood from your preparation is that you were just consistent. You were doing everything that was coming in your way, and you excelled in most of the
Yeah.
things. So it's really great. I mean, the best thing that you have done that you kept your calm. You were not very anxious. You were not very tensed. Like what I understood from
I
your journey.
I had some like time when I got tensed, but I then just I tried to let everything go, like not hold on to this and hold on to that. I tried to see that doing this, doing that are not that important as trying to stay calm and peaceful is. Like you just
Mm.
need to look after yourself and exercise. And I used to play football a lot, so that is
Wow.
also one. So I tried to stay in the right mind, and then after that, whatever I wanted to do, I would do.
Got it, got it. So you play football also.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was about to ask the question, but you already answered it. So I was about to ask about any hobby or any sports that you pursue.
Yeah, football I played in the college also department, inter-department. So in the first year we went to the final but lost in penalties. So that was a bit of bad luck. Yeah, other than that, I also played in badminton. So badminton also I played in college, inter-department, those things. Yeah, other than that, I also have a hobby of singing, and yeah, that is more or less.
Okay, so I think it will be a little vague, but it will be great. Like I definitely want to request you, if you could please
Okay.
sing some one or two line of any of your favorite song. Please, like, don't hesitate. If you want, I can turn off the video, but it will be very unique interview, and I want you to do it if you're comfortable. So just any one or two line.
Actually, I don't have any song in mind right now.
Okay, okay, no issue. So next time, whenever we have any session, interview, podcast, or
Yeah.
anything, so we can have 1 or 2 minute for that. Definitely, many of the aspirants might want to hear. Okay, but that is really good. You kept everything in place. Like you played football, you pursued your hobby, you also pursued the hobby of singing
Yeah.
and many other things, and also like you manage many other things academically. That's
Yeah.
really good. So, uh, like, was there like some guidance, or like how it happened? I wanted to ask, like, oh, someone was there to tell you that okay, you should be doing all of this, or you should be keeping calm and doing all of this, or it happened automatically.
So yeah, I forgot to mention, and I'm now feeling bad that yeah, I had a huge support from my elder brother who also did the same computer science engineering from Jadavpur, and
Okay.
he was actually more brilliant than myself. Like if you look at his performance and academics, you will think that mine is mediocre, that kind of. So
Okay.
he he first in the first 2 years he told me to uh, do a bit of DSA because DSA would be like necessary in all aspects. In computer science, you have to do DSA. If you don't know the DSA in good depth, then you will face problems in every like in gate also DSA is asked in both gate DA and CS. Then in placement, obviously it is asked, and in college also you have to learn it. So he told me about a few courses and lectures from YouTube. So I tried to learn from there. And he did not tell me about gate like I have to prepare or something, but he told me to learn the fundamental subjects very well, like computer networks, then operating systems, DBMS, and DSA. These four I have to learn very well. So I would learn from YouTube from time to time. I would go to the some lecture or other and try to learn. It was a bit haphazard at first. Yeah. So he more or less guided me and told me not to worry about the marks or the GPA that I'm getting and worry more about how much I'm learning and how well I know the subject because that will matter more. So
Got it. Got it. That's great. Like you had a support system, and but yeah,
yeah,
all credit goes to him and you also, because you have done your hard work, and definitely a lot of support you have gotten from your family too. So
yeah,
that's great. Okay. Uh, so basically, I think we have covered most of the things. Everything we have covered that I wanted to ask, and many different things that we got to know from this interview. Basically, it happens that like see, to all the toppers we cannot ask the same questions, so there might be some different
yeah,
questions that we have asked to you, which are very unique, and if someone is coming to this interview, they will be getting the answers to different questions than the other interviews. Probably in other interview they will be getting some other answers also. So
yeah,
it was great learning from your journey. Like I'm also a bit inspired that you have done many of the things, you have managed many of the things. Now since you seems to be a calm personality, so just a question I'm asking, like have you like do you do meditation also, or it is coming naturally from you?
I actually stayed away from meditation and tried to do everything without meditating. But recently, from the beginning of this year, I started to meditate from time to time and experiment with it, that whether it is actually useful or not. And I found that it is pretty useful, especially in, yeah, keeping you calm and dealing with anxiety and those sort of things. And yeah, it is a good practice to do.
Okay, okay. So yeah, that is good that you are practicing meditation also. So many of the
Yeah.
things you are doing now. I'm sure that it might look very easy peasy, but you must have done a lot of hard work. You must be very uh, consistent and very sincere guy. Like, what do you think that how much sincere you are and consistent you are?
Well, looking at the college deadlines that I have missed or just
That
completed at
everyone
just
does,
the
yeah.
end, yeah, so I am like most of the reports or any assignments or anything I have done in my college life, I have submitted at just before it is closing. So from
No,
that
that is
kind of
fine.
point of
That is
view,
fine. Yeah, apart
from that
from
kind
that.
of point of view, I am very much of a procrastinator, so I try to delay it as much as I can. So that is, I would not recommend any of the future aspirants to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is actually what defines an engineer. So mostly engineers are
Yeah.
doing the similar thing. There is nothing new, neither good or not bad. So this is like normal engineering life, I would say. Okay. So thank you, Saptarshi, for sharing your experience. We got to know many things from you, and I'm sure this will help many of the other aspirants. So now, is there anything you think that we have not asked or you might not have shared? So you want to share now?
Um, one thing I would say is not to worry about other things in life than life itself, because life in itself is a gift. So we should try to enjoy life rather than focusing on this thing and getting this and getting that. Because once you start to understand the importance of actually just the life without getting this or getting anything, then you automatically stop worrying about these things and you prosper more, you succeed more, you get more things, because you don't really uh, make yourself attached to these things like you need this to be happy. That should not be the case with respect to anything.
Yes, yes, true. This is, I would say not the crux of the gate, but this is the crux of the life. So that you shared, which is really nice. I'm good
Yeah,
to.
because I used to struggle a lot being attached to, even in the competitive programming, I used to get attached to like, when will I become expert? When will I get this? When will I get this rank? But then after a few weeks or months, you see that it did not really matter. Yeah, what matters is how happy you can be without relying on other things. So,
Right, right, right. So I'm very happy to know that at this early stage, or I can say at this age, you understand these things nicely, and probably after the experience only you might have learned that okay, these
yeah,
things are not that important. Like you should be basically doing the things on your own pace, because ultimately you have to do things on your own pace. It is just that unnecessarily we create so much hype in our mind. So
yeah,
existentially things are not there, but it is all in our mind. Like in existence it
yeah.
might not be there. Yes.
Because many things I wanted to get, I did not get, or maybe I did not think about it and I got it. Like in JEE also, with respect to any competitive examination also, you may get attached to some of them, not to some others. But after some time, you get a perspective that what really matters.
Right, right, right. I agree with that, Saptarsi. Sorry, Saptarsi. Sorry, your name is little hard for me to pronounce, and but I'm working on it. So thank you so much for sharing your experience and guiding many of the aspirants. I'm sure that this interview has happened in a bit unique and different way. We have, we have asked many different questions, and your journey itself is very unique. So automatically the interview must be unique. So there are
Yeah.
many aspirants who will be, you know, getting the guidance that how to manage all the things at the same time. So you did it very perfectly, and kudos to you. So amazing journey, and it was very nice talking to you during this conversation. So thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, it was a very nice feeling sharing my experience and talking to you. So thank you. And thank you and thanks to Deepak sir to guide and teach this course in such a beautiful way that you get to enjoy it. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Saptarshi. I actually have some
No,
problem in the pronunciation from the very beginning, so that is the
yeah,
problem. So yeah, thank you so much for coming and joining for this interview.
thank
Thank
you.
you.